Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Call it a woman's intuition, but Kyle Richards knew something was up regarding her estranged husband and his romantic interest, even before news got back to her. On Season 14, Episode 16 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, the ladies discussed newcomer Bozoma St. John's reporting a red-hot piece of information to Kyle, a move that divided the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills ladies. Bozoma stood by her decision to call Kyle after seeing Mauricio Amansky with a woman he kissed at an airport in Greece on a double date at a restaurant, all as Kyle and Mauricio's separation continues. I get seated at the table. I see Mao sitting directly across from me, maybe 10 feet away. Bozoma told Dorit Kemsley, adding that her first instinct was to tell Kyle. Bozoma texted Kyle from the scene, followed by a 3+ minute voice note containing a full report. But immediately, she knew, Bozoma claimed. I don't know why, but I immediately knew Bozoma was out and saw Mao with a woman, Kyle said. And I knew it was that woman. Bozoma told after-show producers that the agency founder appeared a little on edge, though he and the new woman were clearly on a double date. She said Mauricio, sitting in the center of the restaurant, didn't seem entirely comfortable to be in public, and while he wasn't necessarily overly affectionate with his alleged companion, it was evident they came together. I even guessed who the other people were at the table, Kyle continued. I don't know. You know, sometimes women, we're very intuitive, what can I say? I was not in the inner circle with Kyle to understand whether or not this was appropriate or not, Bozoma said. It doesn't matter whether or not we are on good terms or not. Like when something is happening to you and it is outside of this group. Whoever's on the outside, I'm coming for them. And that's how I felt about Mao in that moment. However, not everyone agreed with Bozoma's decision to fill Kyle in on what she witnessed. Sitting with Garcelle Beauvais and Jennifer Tilly, Sutton Strack wondered aloud if it was a way to hurt Kyle, guised as trying to be a good friend. Talk about weaponizing, she remarked. That was weaponizing. Sutton further questioned whether Dorit put Boz up to it. Conversely, Dorit said it was just Bozoma doing the right thing. This is the definition of a girl's girl, Dorit said. She's not even friends with Kyle. Meanwhile, Erica Jane would have erred on the side of caution. I don't even know if I would have said anything, the ex-Spend-Dollar-Ive singer confessed. Knowing how much this separation with Mauricio has hurt Kyle, I probably wouldn't have given the details. But Sutton said she was on the phone with Kyle when Bozoma sent the message, which left the Richards sister really hurt. Kyle said otherwise. I was happy that Boz reached out and told me, Kyle said. I really was like, okay, she really is a girl's girl, a friend. Not just that she told me, but in the way she told me. She knew what I wanted to hear. She's a woman. She gets it. Kyle wanted to know all the details without one little teensy-weensy crumb overlooked. Bozoma maintained she would have wanted anyone else to do the same for her. Of course, Bozoma and Kyle's friendship has seen its fair share of ups and downs, including when the marketing guru made a damning statement about Kyle at the Season 14 reunion. In the ever-unfolding drama of Beverly Hills royalty, Kyle Richards has once again captured public attention with a candid and emotionally resonant revelation. During a recent interview on a podcast known for its unfiltered celebrity conversations, Kyle opened up about the deeply personal moment she first saw photos of her estranged husband, Mauricio Amansky, with another woman. Her words weren't laced with bitterness, nor did they drip with drama. Instead, they were filled with intuition, clarity, and a surprising sense of peace. I'm very intuitive, Kyle began, her voice steady but reflective. I've always felt energy. Even before the photos came out, I knew something had shifted. For months, fans of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills speculated about the state of Kyle and Mauricio's marriage, a union that had spanned nearly 3 decades and had become one of the show's most admired love stories. The cracks began to show quietly, almost imperceptibly, through subtle body language and carefully chosen words during Season 13. Then came the bombshell. paparazzi shots of Mauricio walking closely alongside a mysterious brunette in what looked like a romantic dinner date. Kyle confessed she saw the pictures just like everyone else on her phone, through a flurry of notifications and texts from friends and fellow housewives. "The moment I saw them, I didn't need anyone to explain anything to me," she said. "I knew who she was energetically, even if I didn't know her name." That woman, as Kyle refers to her, remains unnamed in Kyle's account. Not because she doesn't know, but because, as she explained, naming her would give her a role in my story she doesn't deserve. What mattered more to Kyle was what the sight of Mauricio with another woman confirmed for her. A long-held suspicion that their emotional closeness had faded. "I wasn't angry," Kyle shared. "I was validated and said yes, but it was a sadness that had already lived in me for some time. Seeing them together didn't create pain, it confirmed it." Kyle went on to describe how her intuition had been quietly preparing her for this moment. She recalled small but telling changes, the way Mauricio used to reach for her hand and stopped, how his eyes seemed distant even when he smiled, how their once shared inside jokes fell flat or went unspoken altogether. "You know when someone's spirit just isn't next to yours anymore," she said. "They can be in the room, in the same bed even, but you feel like your world's apart." In classic Kyle fashion, poised, gracious, and grounded, she explained that the photos didn't break her heart. What broke her heart, she said, was realizing she had stayed silent for too long. "I kept trying to fix something that had already drifted," she admitted, "and I wish I had honored that feeling sooner." The robe star described a surreal calm washing over her in the days that followed the photo scandal. Rather than confront Mauricio in anger, she approached him with honesty. "I asked him, 'Are you happy?' And he paused. 'That pause told me everything,' she said. 'He didn't answer right away because he wasn't sure how to lie to me anymore.'" Mauricio, known for his easy charm and real estate empire, reportedly expressed remorse, but not denial. Kyle didn't reveal every word of that conversation, calling it sacred, but she did say that it marked a turning point. It wasn't the end of their relationship, necessarily, but it was the end of pretending everything was fine. What followed was a season of reckoning for Kyle, and not just in terms of her marriage. She took solo trips, recommitted to therapy, and started journaling again, something she hadn't done since she was a teenager. "I wanted to know myself outside of being a wife, a mom, a housewife," she said. Who was Kyle when she wasn't trying to keep everyone else okay? Kyle's honesty has been widely praised by fans and fellow castmates alike, who admire her vulnerability and strength. Garcelle Beauvais commented on a recent Watch What Happens live episode, "I've never seen Kyle more grounded. It's like she walked through the fire and came out clearer." Indeed, Kyle's social media in recent months has shown a woman in transformation. Yoga at sunrise, quiet dinners with her daughters, cryptic but poetic captions about letting go and trusting life's unfolding. There's a softness to her now, but also a new boundary. The Kyle who once tried to manage everything, the show, the marriage, the family image, has let go of control in favor of authenticity. "I used to think keeping my marriage together at all costs was the most important thing," she confessed in the interview. "Now, I realize keeping myself together is." And what of Mauricio and that woman? Kyle has chosen not to demonize either. "He's on his journey," she said simply. "I'm on mine. Whether our paths cross again in that way, I can't say. But I will always love the man I built a life with." As for that woman, Kyle offered only this: "She's not the villain in my story. Neither is he. Sometimes people grow in different directions. Sometimes what looks like betrayal is really just the universe redirecting you toward your truth."